How will the energies of the Aries zodiac sign affect different parts of people's lives? A yearly forecast can tell what will happen whether Aries was born a man or a woman. We look at what the prediction Aries says about each month. The Great Forecast says that Mars is the planet that rules Aries. The element that leads this sun sign is fire. Fire is also the element that rules Leo and Sagittarius signs. The polarity of the first sun sign is also looked at in the prediction. Aries is a male sign of the zodiac. That means Aries has male energy. Aries is one of the primary signs in the yearly forecast. The sign Libra is the opposite of Aries. This is what the forecast says. And what the first sun sign is like. This trait is the key to figuring out what your zodiac sign is. The Aries annual prediction is based on the following traits of the first sun sign in astrology. According to the characteristics of the Aries sign for this year, Aries has a lot of energy and passion. Because fire is its most crucial element, Aries is a person with a strong desire to lead and be in charge. Libra and Leo are the most compatible in love. They have the most in common with each other in all kinds of relationships. Whether they are friendly, family, or personal. These two zodiac signs help Aries a lot. Especially when it comes to having kids or getting married. The forecast also talks about other traits of Aries. And forecast defines how they relate to the prediction. The person with the Aries sign is driven. He wants to find happiness not only in his personal life, but also in his job. The fiery, fast, passionate, and active nature of the element that rules Aries helps it reach its goals in life. The season of spring starts when the sun moves into the Aries sun sign. This means that Aries is a sign of new beginnings. Says Annual Prediction Aries. From an astrological view, the main traits of Aries will also affect this year. For Aries, life is mostly about personal relationships and finding oneself. Aries have trouble being healthy. But the forecast says that Aries will often have to deal with sick family members. Aries will have good luck. But there will also be hard times at work. A lot of pressure from the boss or family. The annual prediction for Aries also tells about a few astrological events affecting relationships. Love prediction will also look at the atmosphere of Aries household. Negative energies that affect Aries this year. Mars will be in retrograde until January 12th. This will be bad for all Aries because it will cause trouble. At the start, Mercury and Mars will move backward. This is the prophecy of accurate prediction. Due to the effects of two planets moving backward at the beginning of the year, the first few days will be tough for all of Aries. Up until January 18th. Both in their personal lives and their careers. Aries can expect more stress at work. A worsening budget and misunderstandings at home. So, the start of January may need to be more stable. The detailed yearly forecast also points out the bad energy that will be around in the second half of April and the beginning of May. The second house of astrology comes into play when Mercury goes backward in the second house. Mercury retrograde can hurt Aries' finances and make things more difficult at work. So, be careful with your money. Because someone wants to make you poor. During this time, it's also wrong to ask for a raise. Or to look for a new job. The big forecast of work and money also says that Aries looking for a new job will not find one. During this retrograde process of Mercury. The months of July and August are also harmful and more complicated. The effect of Venus moving backward on the fifth astrological house of Aries will be felt in the second half of July. A good reputation and happy times in the life of a fiery Aries have blocked both, thanks to Venus retrograde. For March Aries, these 2 months are more stable. But Aries need to be more patient. Take more responsibility and fewer risks. Aries needs to think more when Venus is in the retrograde process. These steps can help you get out of the more negative vibrations that Venus retrograde in your 5th house of astrology has set up for you. Mercury will be in the 6th house from August 23rd to September 15th, when it will be in retrograde. The Aries prediction says that when planets move backward, you shouldn't try anything new or risky. Avoid making significant investments and rushing to solve problems. Save the big things for later. Advises forecast. From September 15th, Aries won't have to worry about any more bad surprises or hard times. Your family's health will be at risk starting in July. From this point of view, you should care more about what your family eats and how healthy they are. Get to know the health forecast to learn more about the energies in the last month. Positive energies affect Aries this year. The yearly forecast says Aries will have good times and hard times. From an annual astrological view, the beginning of the year is the first reasonable time. This is a significant month, with Venus coming into Aries sign in February. So, Venus will affect the 1st house of Aries. The forecast says that during this time, Aries is focused on himself. You think that working on yourself makes you happy and gives you ideas. The accurate Aries prediction says that you can look at the things around you with fresh eyes. You notice the variety. You want something new. Aries is fearless of challenges or changes in February. Your personal life, finances, and career are all the better than in the first month. The moon's phases significantly affect the forecast and what it says about the coming year. Yearly prediction says that even the monthly new moon in February talks about improving health. There are also many good things about the next few months. For example, on March 20th, the sun will move into your home sign, to the 1st house in astrology. Venus passes through the 2nd astrological house. The new moon in the 1st house is added to the mentioned positive astrological aspects. All astrological events from March to May promise that Aries will have more vital and positive energy in their lives. Mercury going backward is the only thing that can bother you. You perceive this transit of Mercury from April 21st to May 15th. But if you keep a positive attitude, don't give up, and keep working on yourself, you'll be able to deal with the destructive effects of Mercury in retrograde without much trouble. But don't have too many hopes for your job because they might not come true, the annual forecast says. The forecast says that June will be the best year. During this month, there are no bad things in the astrological chart. On the other hand, the sun will move into your 4th house on June 21st, making you feel more connected to your family and home. The forecast says that Aries has the chance to improve house and family relationships. The days of July, August, and September will teach us a lot about handling more complicated situations. You should mainly take advantage of the moments from August 27th, when Mars is in the 7th house. This position of your ruling planet gives you a lot of fight in your relationships, whether you're in a relationship or not. Your life also brings you new chances and challenges in your relationships. But in October, your forecast tells you to be careful about affairs that could hurt your long-term relationship. But there are chances for single Aries in October when they have the best chance of meeting their true love. But you have to take action and not be afraid. It will help if you let go of the past that keeps coming back to haunt you and keeps you from moving on. Forecast says that November and the end of this year will bring strong positive vibes to people with the zodiac sign of Aries. Mars in the 9th house means you will grow and advance in your career. One of the lucky months is also November. You'll do well at work, and at the end of the year, you won't have to worry about money. It would be best if you got your Christmas gifts taken care of before December 13th. After that date, Mercury will retrograde again, which can hurt your finances and career. Mercury is in the 10th house of astrology right now, so use clear thinking. The forecast says there will be good astrological aspects and energies, especially from December 13th to the beginning of 2024. You may have social events at the end of the year. You should avoid doing anything that could hurt your reputation at these events. Aries horoscope for love and relationships. Astrologically speaking, the beginning of the year is a good time to start something new. You won't have any problems until January 12th, when the planet Mars moves backward in the third astrological house of Aries. The Aries love forecast says that this affects the place of communication and can make it hard to have good relationships with your family and your partner. So, it's essential to focus on how to settle disagreements or fights reasonably. However, you won't feel these energies very strongly because Mars is already slowly ending its retrograde motion and will start moving forward again on January 13th. In astrology, Venus, the planet of love, is in the 11th house right now and for almost all of January. So it focuses on friendships, which makes your companies grow and improve from an overall point of view. Venus will move into the 12th house at the end of January. Here, it gives you hope and faith in your relationship. You have enough energy to work on your relationships with other people. Your partner also thinks you care about his wants and feelings. Venus will have a more considerable effect this January on March-born Aries, born in the first decade. But you don't notice any significant changes in love, and after the end of 2022, when things were less stable, things got better. This time reminds you of how your romantic dreams came true and how close you were to your partner. This happens all through this year, especially in February and March of that year. The first house of Aries is where Mercury has been since March 19th. This affects your family and how you grow as a person. Now you can spend time with your family, kids, and partner in a way that lets you all learn from each other and enjoy being together. Aries will be on balance by the beginning of the year, so you can look forward to a perfect start suitable for your love life. The next few months won't have anything terrible happen. April, May, and June are ideal for personal relationships. The Aries prediction says that since May 7th, the planet of love, Venus, has been in the 4th house. You make your home better, enjoy what you have, and are aware of another person's love and presence. You no longer have trouble talking to people or being close to them. The biggest love forecast Aries says that at the beginning of the year, you will be strengthened not only by deeper feelings for your partner but also by a better intimate connection that will improve your marriage and relationship. You build a marriage on things you both like. The first 3 months will be an excellent time for parents. You're happy for them, and you enjoy the comforts of your home and the quiet there. Does this year look suitable for families, single or married? Yes, because the first part of the year will be full of astrological events that will strengthen your relationship with your partner. You can talk about how the relationship has grown or how the family has grown. The joy you and your partner feel when your kids do well in the year's second quarter makes your relationship stronger and fills your home with good energy. June is the best month for love in the first 10 years of the year. This will help you understand what your loved ones need more. Loved ones understand you better. They are there to help you and are there for you. Favorable transits of the Sun and the positive energies of Venus or Mercury, which show up in the houses of your forecast that deal with your personal life, help you deal with every argument sensibly and clear up any misunderstandings by talking. The second half of the year is even busier than the first half. Things will get more challenging when Venus goes backward in the 5th astrological house on July 23rd. From August 23rd, when Mercury goes backward in the 6th house, these disturbing vibrations from Venus will get stronger. From July 23rd to September 15th, your joy and contentment at home, work, and money will decrease. From the home and family perspective, this time is unsuitable for making significant changes or essential decisions about marriage, children, etc. The forecast says you should go with the flow and not try to make anything new. When Venus goes backward in the 5th house of astrology, these energies can make you fight with your partner. A fight with your partner can be about money, health, or work. You won't agree on these parts of your lives, but this can be a great chance to improve your communication skills and how you talk to your partner. During those same months, you also strongly desire to learn more about yourself. It makes the most sense to tell your family and children about this wish. You'll grow closer to each other by doing fun physical activities together. You'll also get rid of the bad vibes. Venus in retrograde in the 5th astrological house will send your way until September 15th. In the second half of September, the forecast doesn't predict any bad things to happen because of the stars. Also, a good time is the month of October. Mars will move into the 8th house, where the Sun also acts, in October. This will be another exciting time. You may find it hard to deal with the good feelings during these times. Mars brings into your life. The Sun also affects the 8th house, and Mars's explosive energy might make you make choices that aren't good for you. This time can bring out your animal instincts, so pay attention to traditional ways of living. This year's forecast warns you about things that could shake up your stable relationship. When the Sun is in the 8th house, dear Aries, it tells you not to get too attached to the wrong people. You might change in the wrong way when it comes to love. Try to get your ideas about other people, yourself, and your partner to be more stable. Mars and other things in your forecast that affect your life as a couple may make you look at your partner in a way that isn't good for you. This could cause you to see your partner in a way that isn't good for you. In November, your partner is charmed by your becoming more sure of yourself. November is the happiest month of the second half. You are working on building your self-confidence, which is very important to you right now. At the end, the Sun moves into the 9th and 10th houses. You pay attention to self-improvement, personal growth, and moving up in your career. You no longer think about the cheating or jealousy that shook up your relationship in the past few months. So, before the start of 2024, you and your loved one will have days when you try to get your love in sync. The Aries forecast is ideal for individuals who can't let go of the past. The forecast says that this is a time when you have to get out of your comfort zone. Your home feels stable and peaceful because of you. During the last part, negative energies don't take over your mind. You pay attention to the critical elements of your life and your relationship. Because your partner can feel your love and desire, the relationship can only get better. At the end of December, you and your partner may still have some small fights about money, says the Aries love forecast. From a big picture point of view, this year is an excellent time to make big decisions and significant changes in your life. But only the first half is good, which is a very stable time for relationships with Aries. Aries will end some relationships, incredibly violent or unstable ones. From July to September, this could happen. In October, passionate Mars in the 8th house will make you make bad decisions and get involved in relationships with a lot of negative energy. In October, it's important to be loyal in a relationship, make decisions with moderation, and avoid arguments and misunderstandings. So, October can test how reliable you are in a relationship and how well you deal with jealousy. By the end, associations will have no more problems, which is excellent for family happiness. Annual forecast for single Aries for this year. The Aries yearly forecast shows that the beginning and the year's first half will be about love relationships because Venus will be in suitable astrological houses. The forecast says that February and March will bring interesting encounters for April Aries. But all Aries can look forward to making new friends and forming new partnerships at the start of the year. You also make changes to your home, which you know is your principal place of safety. The love forecast for single Aries says to be careful about the relationships you start, because if you make bad choices, the second half of the year will be full of tears. From January to June, Venus does not get in the way of love or affection. So you have a lot of good friends and a good family atmosphere. In January, March Aries started relationships that weren't smart. At that time, March Aries should avoid getting involved in a love triangle by not going to specific events. From July 23rd, when Venus goes retrograde, you can expect negative energies and shallow passions that are primarily about how you look, but also about getting what you want. From July to the beginning of 2024, be careful not to get into relationships that make you sad or cause trouble. This can happen not only in August, but also until the end of October. Then you have chances to charm other people quickly, and partners with responsibilities also affect you. November and December quiet all terrible energy. November is a great time to work on yourself and get to know yourself better. Your outgoing personality shows up at the beginning of the year and again at the end. When November comes, all the bad energy calms down because you feel safe at home and with yourself. So, the beginning of the year and the last 2 months are the best times to meet new people, flirt, and make new friends. The astrological forecast also says that at the end of December, someone will understand you so well that it will take your breath away. You will often see this person at social events, so don't avoid them. You feel like you have a strong bond with this person and that they completely understand you. You still have to work on yourself at the end. Identifying with your past is the only way to stop romanticizing the people in your life and running away from new relationships. Do not forget that the forecast tells you that it is time to make room for new people who can give your love a whole new story, no matter how painful your past was. Family and Friends Horoscope. Caring for others will be both a duty and a pleasure for you. The first half of a year is about excellent and balanced family relationships. Aries thinks you can help a specific family member figure out what he wants to do with his life. A family member needs your advice and help, especially in March, when Mars moves into the 4th house of astrology. During the first half of the year, you won't have any family fights, and the energies that the astrological forecast predicts are very stable. So, at the end of March and the beginning of April, give good advice to a close friend or family member who needs help. This kind of thing you do will be appreciated and help you get closer to your family. Mercury moves into the 5th astrological house on March 11th, and the Sun moves into this house on July 23rd. During July, August, September, and October, you may have misunderstandings or problems with your family. They're waiting for you, especially with parents and children. In this way, the family forecast says you'll be happy, and you'll be the one who wants to improve family relationships the most. The forecast for Aries says that you should be kind and gentle with everything you say and think during this time. If you send out bad vibes and negative energy, you might make everyone around you feel bad, and family gatherings might be more of a chore than a pleasure. It would help if you worked on building family harmony that will last even through the more challenging months. Pay close attention to where you came from. Establish trust in your relationships. Forecasts say to forget about past mistakes and misunderstandings. You will be able to take these steps, especially in November, when there is a time when family and a peaceful life are again important. You strongly identify with the thoughts and needs of other people. People who used to worry you seem friendlier and more understanding now. This good mood will last until December 13th, when Mercury starts moving backwards in the 10th house. Small arguments and misunderstandings could develop today because of work or money. So, the harmful effect on the family balance at the end can be mostly blamed on Mercury's retrograde and how explosive you are. Don't worry about other people's problems. Try to find a solution that works for both of you, says the Aries forecast. The whole year is about keeping essential friendships going. Gossip can again affect your life from July until the end of October. Then stay away from friends who talk too much. Don't judge people when they aren't around. Focus on building good friendships for the rest of the year. Understand that friendship is a gift that not everyone gets. Now is an excellent time to let your friends know they can always count on you for support and understanding. At the start, one of your friends may come to you and ask for money. The Aries friendship forecast says that this friend should do what they say. But think about all the bad things that could happen if the loan isn't paid back on time. Any new friends you make at the start of the year will affect your future somehow. The forecast says to pay most attention to yourself. You have much free time to work on your self-esteem and self-control, but less time for friends and parties. Anyway, in November, you reach a new level of understanding with people you've ignored or lost. You need your best friend's help. He expects you to do the same. So, the forecast only talks about July through October, which can be bad for some of your relationships. The forecast warns that naivety in relationships can make it hard to figure out who is your real friend. The forecast concludes that communication and social events will help you grow closer to each other. By the end of the year, you know precisely which of your friends is closest to you. You only have a little free time in December to make friends. Work and money forecast for Aries. Astrological transits will give you a time at the beginning of the year to finish projects and tasks you have been working on. Your main goal should be to set up things at work that will make you feel safe in the future. It doesn't matter whether you work at home or in an office. After January 18th, your career and finances will no longer be hurt by Mercury in retrograde. Since then, Mercury has been in direct motion and is still in the 10th astrological house. From this point of view, it's good for your career, and you have the chance to grow professionally and personally, according to the forecast. The forecast says you will need access to critical information at work in the first part. You should limit the harmful effects that work pressure has on you. From a work standpoint, March and April are in store for you. Then Venus and Mercury move backward in the second house of astrology. This movement of Mercury affects your health at work and at home until May 15th. It would help if you found out what you can do to fix the situation at work, which is getting worse because Mercury is in retrograde. Between April 21st and May 15th, Mercury in retrograde makes you want to work out. He also says that you should get along with your coworkers well. Make a project that will help you learn new things, improve your mental and physical health, and keep you active. Exercise is essential if you want to get rid of the mental stress you'll feel at work or at home if you work there. For Aries who take care of the house or an elderly relative, it's essential to plan out everything they do during this time. If you can plan ahead to avoid bad situations, you'll be better able to deal with Mercury in retrograde and its nasty effects. This is done by making plans for these days. For people who are out of work, January and February, up until April 21st, are good times to look for work, learn new skills, or improve their resume. You can't let the bad things that happened at your last job affect how you look for a new job. The forecast says to make your new career a place where you feel safe. From March 21st to May 15th, every unemployed Aries should work hard to improve his resume by getting more education, getting stronger mentally and physically, and becoming more competitive. If you are an unemployed Aries, it will be harder for you to find a job after April 15th. But June is an excellent month for every Aries, whether they are working or not. This month, neither your work nor your money will be affected by anything terrible. You will also fix problems with your finances in April and May, when Mercury is moving backward and your budget is concerned. The Aries financial prediction says that you should be careful about what you buy during this time. If you want to buy a house, a large piece of furniture, or a car in this year, the best times are June and September for Aries. During these times, it's best to avoid big purchases and significant financial decisions. We're about to go through the third Mercury retrograde in a row. This time, it will affect the 6th astrological house of Aries, where it will play with your work and health. Get ready in June for the energies that the second half, as predicted by astrology, will bring. By now, every unemployed Aries should have a good resume. to take advantage of a job opening that is coming up. Between June and September, these things can happen to a busy Aries who is thinking about making a change. Plan out how you will beat the competition. Specifically, astrological energies that point you in the right direction arrive on September 15th. You still have time until the end to make career decisions that you put off in the past. It's the time when you can finish everything you started. You can ask your boss for a raise in pay and feel less stress in your mind. Since November 24th, your home planet, Mars, has been affecting the 9th house of astrology. Aries' career can grow again from now until the end. You can stand up for yourself, go after what you want, and beat the competition. Events can also come from outside the country. Make a plan and a picture of how you want the end of 2024 to look before it gets here. Realize that work is primarily a way for you to make money and feel good about what you do. You can work on your personal growth, education, and self-improvement, which will also help you keep your job. Refrain from letting problems with coworkers that come up throughout the year slow you down. At the end of this year, you can talk to yourself about what worries you and what you need. Until the end, these questions will help you make the right decisions about your career. The forecast also says that by the end of the year, you'll be able to finish important work-related tasks, projects, and responsibilities. This is great news for working Aries. When you are using your analytical and observational skills, it will be a pretty easy year for students. The best times to improve your grades and performance in this year are June, September, November, and December. During these months, you will rest and get better at speaking and using words. Last but not least, the Aries forecast says that you will also do better in school. Financial predictions are also made in the second half of the year. Several transits will have an effect on your money, but the period from August 23rd to September 15th is significant in the second half of the year. Mercury is moving backwards right now, so the forecast once again says that it's not a good time to make significant financial decisions. Aries don't usually expect to make a lot of money. From October 9th to November 24th, Venus will be in your 6th house of astrology in a good way, bringing you happiness and satisfaction. Keep most of your financial plans for when Mercury is not in retrograde. You can make financial plans in January, February, March, June, July, October, November, and December. From an economic point of view, these months are good, and there are no unexpected, bad astrological transits that could cause money problems. On the other hand, June and the month of September also indicate financial happiness. The Aries financial forecast tells you not to buy things you don't need. The Aries annual prediction also says that you don't have to worry about economic instability. Health forecast 2023 for Aries zodiac sign. At the beginning of the forecast, it says that the hard times you had in the past could be reflected in your unhealthy lifestyle and bad habits. This year, you will have to change what you eat. You will have to move around more to get rid of the stress you have built up. Comfort makes you less active and sedentary, making you eat more calories. You may gain weight if you don't change your habits this year. You'll find out what will help your metabolism and how you should treat yourself so your health improves in this year. The forecast for Aries talks about a few astrological events that bring warnings and good health news. Now, every Aries will have to change the way they eat. Limiting the amount of food you eat is essential for your metabolism and the health of your internal organs and liver. Focus on eating smaller portions of well-balanced meals with enough fiber and vitamins for your body to repair itself. This will improve your mental and physical health. These tips are essential not only for Aries who have long-term illnesses, but also for those whose bodies still feel strong. Now, it's more important than ever to eat well, lose weight, move around more, and discover what a magic walk in nature can do. The first step to feeling better is to boost your immune system. The second step is to make sure you drink enough. The health forecast says you should drink at least 2 liters of fresh, preferably clean water daily. This drinking schedule is vital for any Aries trying to change their eating habits. Aries can learn about health, better eating, and new ways to treat illnesses. For instance, you could try Chinese medicine, which will help your immune system differently. For example, learn about mushrooms that are good for you and start eating them regularly. For example, traditional Chinese medicine suggests eating 𝘼𝙩𝙧𝙧𝙮 mushrooms full of minerals and vitamins. According to their forecast, the most important thing for Aries to do in this year is to think about prevention. Not every Aries will be able to get rid of illnesses that keep coming back. Even though it will go by faster than in previous years, there will be a time when a lot will depend on how well you take care of your immune and digestive systems. The annual health forecast says to seek advice on healthy eating and mental health. You can find these not only on the internet, but also from your older relatives who know that meat doesn't have to be on the plate 3 times a day. On the contrary, the health forecast says that you should eat fresh vegetables and fruits several times a day. Keep track of your health and write down what you eat, and you'll find out if you're eating as well as you think. Writing down what you eat, eating a healthy diet, exercising more, and drinking enough water are all crucial ways to boost your immune system and overall health. The Aries forecast says to take care of your health and your family's health. The forecast says how important it is to make good habits. 2023 is the year to start creating patterns. The bad habits you picked up in the past will be hard to eliminate. But you should only focus on one practice at a time for a certain amount of time. Focus on that when you say you want to lose weight. When you lose weight, you eat better, have less digestive problems, feel better, have more energy, and have a more robust immune system. Aries should take vitamin C supplements throughout the year. Your body will have to work harder and deal with work stress. So, it's essential to get enough of this vitamin by eating various foods. Not only do lemons have a lot of vitamin C, but so do most other citrus fruits. Peppers, avocados, and radishes are also good choices. There is a lot of vitamin C and B in these foods. Aries should know that even a tiny change in how they eat can make a big difference. The Aries forecast says that if you stop doing things that make you sick, like drinking or smoking, you will have better physical health and mental state. Let's look at how the transits will affect the health of Aries in particular. The full moon is in your 5th astrological house in February. This full moon gives you good health and the strength you need to break bad habits all through February. In February, you can start working out or developing any other routine you want. Forecast Aries also talks about the time around March 21st, when the full moon forms in your 1st astrological house, which is the Aries sign. The month of March will help you make decisions and give Aries who miss the chance to change, eat better, and improve their health at the start a second chance. If you have problems in April or May, the Aries forecast says to talk to a professional. This is because the movement of Mercury in retrograde can also cause health problems. Mars moves into the 5th house of astrology in May, which can affect your health by making it hard for you to pay attention and control your anger. So, be careful, especially when driving or doing other dangerous things. June is the month of meditation, the month of getting to know yourself, and the month of healing your chakras. It is a perfect month for Aries, both in terms of their happiness and health. Aries needs to prepare for the energies coming in the second half in June. July, August, and September are the most dangerous months for the health of every Aries. Risky activities require more than just a lot of responsibility. It would help if you also thought about the health of your family and close friends. Focus on improving your mental stability and well-being, because your mental health is also at risk in these 3 months. A lot of stress or responsibilities you might not be able to handle can mess with your mind if you do the wrong things. So, try to find ways to get rid of extra work that will maintain your mental balance. The last 3 months are a sign of balanced energies and a peaceful time. The Aries prediction says you can work on your growth. At the end of the year, if you have a health problem, your family will help you get better. But the forecast says you should do the same thing. Take preventive exams at the end of the year. Get them done before 2024, and tell them about the astrological aspects and the Aries health forecast for the whole year. So every Aries will have a lot of energy in the first stage. You can start doing things and get rid of your bad habits. You learn how to eat right and how much to drink. In February and March, many Aries decide to take steps toward better health and becoming better. And not just in a physical way, but also in a mental one. The Aries health forecast for this year says to include your loved ones in these activities. You'll also find a healthier way to live in the last few months of the year. You can live a healthy life if you walk more and work out more. Try to get past the bad vibes of July, August, and September by improving your mental health and spending time with your loved ones. Walks in nature or a vacation, which you can finally take this year and enjoy how you want to, will also help. Dear friends, this is an overview of the year 2023. Listen to predictions for others, and find out more facts about the year and its effects on your friends, family members, and you. Horoscope and Divination wish you all the best in this stunning year. According to Chinese astrology, 2023 is the year of Water Rabbit, when good things are coming. Listen to Chinese horoscopes 2023 as well and be ready for this year. Subscribe to our channel for more information from the zodiac world. Remember to support us by subscription. In the description below, you will find links for all essential horoscopes. Know yourself better with the Horoscope Divination site. With free horoscopes and tarot reading. Wish you all the best in 2023.